Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Ampharos in the Ultra League. This one is going to be Shadow, and we're not going to be going with Dragon Pulse because it's not too useful, I'm telling you. But on the other hand, having Trailblaze as well as Brutal Swing and Volt Switch is absolutely amazing, as you're going to see here. Now we're going to try to manipulate the algorithm a little bit. Maybe it's because of all of the hard counters that it's been giving me, but it gave me some pretty good leads, as you're going to see here throughout the video. Now we're going to be pairing it up with Cobalion as well as Tapu Fini. Let's see what will destroy the Virizion. That's right, Virizion will kind of mess this team up here, but as you're going to see, it's so crazy. I mean, I don't think I really encountered too many, but we can still handle it because it's not like it resists fighting, which the Cobalion does have. But with that said, if you do enjoy my content, if you want to support me too, giving this video a thumbs up will be much appreciated. Now let's go ahead and see what we have here. Oh, and one more thing, if you're not familiar from when I powered up my new shiny Tapu Fini here, I'm going with higher attack so I can win a lot of the CMPs, because you're going to be getting a lot of mirror matches. Therefore, you will be able to go first. It just makes sense. Having a little bit more defense, whatever, man. All right, so we're going to get that shield, then swap into the Ampharos here. Star of the show, going for that Trailblaze, which will raise your attack every single time you use it. And being Shadow, oof, you're going to be doing a lot of damage here. So we're going to let that Brutal Swing go, and now we're back to neutral. They lowered our attack, we raised it, now we're just, even. Now we're back up one. And going for the Brutal Swing here, it's just going to do a little bit more for me, or at least we're going to get to it sooner. That was the whole idea, actually. And we take that win. All right, let's keep it going here. We're going to lead Ampharos the entire time, met with a Jellicent. Like I said, we're going to see some pretty good leads here. Swapping into Muck, Alolan, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Cobalion here, which, man, this is one of the best Pokemon for the Ultra League. It doesn't cost too much other than the move that you need to buy for that secondary, which is 100,000. All right, hitting me with an Acid Spray. What can they do next? Hit me with a Dark Pulse, which is still resisted. Even after they lowered my defense, it's still not going to do much. So we're going to let it go. I suspect they're going to go for a double Acid Spray. Nope, Dark Pulse. I'm going to farm them down here. We got to remember we're down one on our defense. They bring in a Greninja. Wait. Okay, looked like Greninja, I thought for a second. All right, now Jellicent, Stone Edge. Yep, that's exactly what we want to do. Going to let this go. There's no need to shield it up. Down we go, bringing in the Ampharos. They swap. They have a... Oh, man. Sylveon. Spacing it out for a second. All right, so... this is still pretty good. The Ampharos will be able to do a lot of damage with the Volt Switch, and we're just going to be able to burn their shields here, as well as dig in quite a bit with that Water Gun, as you can see. Get both of their shields, and we actually get to the next damn Surf. Oh, let's go. All right, down they go. And they back out as soon as they bring in their Jellicent, and we take that win. Next game, leading with that Ampharos every game here, met with an Alolan Muck. All right, this is not particularly great. So what we're going to do is go for Trailblaze, because both of the charge moves that we do have are resisted. And in this case, we're going to be able to raise our attack and do a little bit more with our quick move at least. So they did shield it up, so we're getting a shield. They go for Gunk Shot. All right, very nice. Okay. Going for that nuke move there, and they're going to be catching as we do throw our Sacred Sword. What do they throw into the fight here? Oh, okay, well, that works. Still super effective to Wall Rain. Going to go ahead and go for another one immediately here, and I was kind of thinking, maybe I could have farmed them a little bit more. They did have Surf. You don't see that too often. They're bringing in a Swampert, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Sacred Sword. Bring in the Tapu Fini here. We're going to let this go. It's just a Hydro Cannon, right? They are shieldless. We're still holding on to 2 shields. I think I actually hold on to both of them the entire time. That happens a couple of games where the leads are just so amazing, and the swap is great too. Like I've told you before, it doesn't matter if you got rank 1 in the leaderboard. It doesn't matter if they get hard counter in the front and the middle. It's a freaking wrap. Like I said, there's certain circumstances where you can maybe catch or whatever you got to do there, but yeah, it's not really looking like you'd be able to win that anyway. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Sacred Sword and then farm them down here. This is another win. Another good... Oh, that's a decent lead. All right, taking that win. All right, 2 shields. There we go. No, it was a great lead. Ampharos into Skeleturge. Okay, so we have super effective Brutal Swing. They're going to be immediately retreating, and I'm going to go ahead and farm up a little bit extra, seeing that Tapu Fini is going to completely just shut down the Komodo here. I mean, their moves, I should say. And that close combat is still doing a whole hell of a lot of damage. My gosh, already bring us into the red here. So we're going to go ahead and go straight for that Moonblast, taking them out. I could have probably almost took them out with Surf at that point, even though it's resisted because they did lower their defense by 4 stages. Bringing in a Cresselia here and getting to the Surf. Do we get to one more? Oh, so close. Unfortunately not. They did farm up a bunch, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Cobalion, as we're not going to take super effective because of the steel. I mean, that's just what makes it amazing. Swapping back into their Skeleturge, since we have that energy that we built up earlier, we're going to be able to go ahead and throw that Brutal Swing. They let it go. I think they let everything go. This is going to be a shieldless. Okay, never mind. It will happen eventually, though. All right, so they're shielding it up. Great. We're going to go ahead and match them. Disarming Voice, I suspected. Going for another Brutal Swing. This, ever since they gave it Brutal Swing, it's just amazing. Ampharos is just fire. It was pretty good before. It's just better now. Now, you don't have to go with Trailblaze, right? It's just very satisfying when you get Swampert and one-shot them. I think we're going to be able to take a look at that in this video. Otherwise, you probably want to go with, I mean, you can go with Focus Blast or Thunder Punch, whatever you want to do, but you definitely always want to go with Brutal Swing. All right, so we're taking a 4-1 there. I do believe we're going to go 5-0 at one point here, maybe the next set. Catching this Lickitung, and our score is down bad. What happened was I was just running Fuecoco, and it would just give me hard counter. It was incredible. It's like it punished me for actually trying something way outside of the box. Just absolutely freaking phenomenal. I was just in awe. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, man, look at this. I'm just going to make a video out of it. Now, when you do get lower in these ranks, just very interesting moves here, like an Energy Ball. They still play pretty good. It's not like they don't know what they're doing, but I don't know why they don't have Frenzy Plant, but that's okay. What do we got here? Cresselia. Yeah, well, this Grass Knot, I think we barely survive. Oh my goodness, we do. We got about 1 HP, and getting to the Surf here. Just a little chip damage. Let's go. Just a little chip. Gonna go ahead and bring in that Ampharos, as we do have that Brutal Swing, super effective, and as a matter of fact, it does do quite a bit of damage to Cresselia. Gonna let this Moonblast go, as Ampharos still can take a hit here, plus Cresselia's attack isn't the greatest. And they're gonna be shielding up that Brutal Swing, and they swap into that Steelix. I already knew they were gonna do that, so I had the Cobalion on ready, going for that Breaking Swipe to lower our attack, but it doesn't really matter. If they had an Earthquake, that's another story. Actually, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. We'd shield it up if we felt like they were going to go for an Earthquake or whatever the case may be. Yeah, so Cobalion's going to go ahead and shut down this Steelix here. And if they have Breaking Swipe and Crunch, yeah, I think that's complete wrap for them. I mean, there's nothing that they can do. Everything's resisted. All right, so in with the Ampharos as they do swap in to the Cresselia. Going for that Brutal Swing. Not enough to take them out. Still holding on to 1 shield here. I think we just shield this up to farm them down. Yeah, we'll let the star of the show go ahead and take all the glory here, and looking good. Next game, what are we going to see here with that Ampharos? Show me a Water, or show me an Escavalier with Drill Run. Okay, so this is not particularly going to be good for my back end as far as Cobalion, so we got to swap when they swap. They bring in a Virizion. Here you go. This will shut me down. This has Quick Attack. Yeah, so I feel like it is helping me out. It's like, man, you really did drop a lot. We're going to go ahead and match you up with things that are going to potentially help you. Poke you. That's not true. Probably. I don't know. Hey, your guess is as good as mine at this point. I mean, I've been playing it every day. Who knows what my opinion means? It means nothing at this point, right? Okay. Virizion down. Granted, they didn't use a shield, but thank goodness they didn't realize how... I mean, I don't think it is as much of a threat to my team if it doesn't have Double Kick as a quick move. All right, so gonna go for Sacred Sword. They got a Zacian. All right, so yeah, interesting spice here. Obviously, Brutal Swing's not very effective. We're gonna shield this up, and it is a Wild Charge that's not very freaking effective. All right, so yeah, it's okay. They're just going for the best move they can as quick as possible, and bringing back that Escavalier here. We're gonna let this go. It is a Drill Run. Obviously, it's gonna take us out, and what we're simply gonna do here is just bring in the Tapu Fin and Water Gun them down, hitting me with an Acid Spray. Good thing I did not shield that, but now we have to worry about them doing all that damage with Drill Run. So we're going to go ahead and catch with about 3 HP on our Cobalion, and that did not sit well with them, and they backed out. That was a good catch though, right? So things like that with that Cobalion catch, those can flip the match. It's not like we were in a dire situation that we really needed to, I don't think. But if you're in a bad situation, catching like that could be you know, win or lose right there. All right, so this is a very interesting matchup here. We have a Magnezone. Well, all their moves are going to be resisted, and Brutal Swing is going to be neutral, and it's very squishy. We get to the Brutal Swing. Guess what? They're going to shield us up and farm us down. I mean, I don't blame them. Winning swap, plus they're going to have a little bit of energy ready to go. They are down a shield though, and we're farming them down before they can even do anything because they did go for a wild charge. Bringing in Machamp. Okay, folks, things are getting a little spicy here. This is not looking too great. We do have Tapu Finn, +1 shield up, but they're swapping into a Trevenant. So what in the actual hell do I do now? We've got a Cobalion that's fighting, and we've got this Water Fairy over here. What good is it going to do me? If they let this go, we should be okay. There you go. That's it. That was a wrap. They needed to shield that. Now, we're going to be able to take care of business here. No problem at all. Going for the Seed Bomb. We let it go. We Water Gun them down. Oh my gosh. And go for the Surf. This freaking Tapu Finn is on it. Taking their last shield, which is all we really needed to do. And now we're going to go for the Sacred Sword to take out this Machamp, which was an extreme threat. And since we have 1 shield that we saved for the very, very end, we're going to be able to take the win. Let's go. Next game, what are we going to be seeing here? Okay, well, this is not good for us, actually. This is not too great. Electric's resisted, and, well, that's, you know, grass too. So Brutal Swing it is. Let's go ahead and go for it. Doing a decent amount of damage. I think I'm going to catch at some point with this one here. We're going to shield this up. They're going for freaking Ancient Power. Maybe they're trying to raise their stats. Who knows? But I didn't want to get hit by a Power Whip, which would have bring me down into the low yellow. All right, bringing in Cobalion, which is going to resist everything. They bring in a Crobat. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for this Stone Edge, of course. They let it go. And at this point, they're probably going to fear not wanting to get hit by another Stone Edge. And I'm not going to shield this up. We're going to let it go. We don't want to use that last shield. I get to the next Stone Edge. Do they shield this up? I think they let it go, actually. Okay, never mind. Of course, it's always opposite of what I say. Always, always, always. Now, we're still in a pretty good position here. Cross Poison. I mean, the moves are just getting crazy around this elo here. All right, going for the Sacred Sword. Unfortunately, they're going to get to a damn charge move, which is going to probably be another Cross Poison. All right, sweet. We'll take it. I mean, at least they're not lowering my stats, and we're taking more damage. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Brutal Swing here, finishing off that Tangrowth. And they have an Empoleon in the back. I'm surprised they let that go on the Tangrowth. Going for the Brutal Swing. They shield it up. We swap into the Tapu Finn, and this is all but over. We have a shield. We're going to go ahead and shield up this Drill Peck here to kind of maintain our health, and we're just going to keep on throwing these Surfs, and we'll eventually be able to take them out. If they somehow beat me, they wouldn't though. We can bring in the Ampharos and take them out with about 1 or 2 quick moves, but they can't outpace us here. Even if we got hit by another Drill Run, we would be fine. Hitting that Surf with a Tapu Finn and a couple more Water Guns, we take that win with that bad lead. All right, next game, what are we going to see here? Another Escavalier. Okay, sounds good. We'll just chalk it up to, I guess, you know, coincidence. We've only seen 2, so it's not too crazy. All right, so, but it does align with the move, so I'm not going to beat around the bushes if it's normal, but yeah, we'll just, normal, okay. Just a random matchup here. Alrighty, so going to go ahead and go for the Brutal Swing. Gonna kind of threaten them here, and, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. We're not going to shield that up, unfortunately. We can't use our last shield. I mean, we could, but we don't want to, right? And they have a Togekiss. This is fine. Cobalion Steel type. It allows you to have the comfort to figure it out really quick. So we throw the Stone Edge, bring in the Tapu Finn, and start Water Gunning. Now they back out, which I was like, that was Shadow Claw, right? I don't know why you did that. You could have probably maybe pulled it off or something. But that's okay. Save us both time. That's a 5-0 there. We're looking good, and we're going to keep it moving here. Let's go. Next game. What are we going to see here? Melmetal. Okay, we'll take it. This is no problem at all. Cobalion would like to see this, sort of. It does have superpower, which is also going to be threatening us. Tapu Finn. Yeah, sure. That's a good matchup, I would say. Rock Slide. I think we were going to shield up the first one here just to maintain that health because we know they're going to be spamming the hell out of us. And we're going to get a shield out of them right about here, too. But unfortunately, I think they're going to be able to get to a couple before we're actually even able to get to the next one. We need one more quick move, and they have about 2. Yep, Melmetal just farms up so stinking fast. So we'll let it go. Okay, Ampharos yet again going down in the beginning. That's all right. It's putting in the work for us that needs to be done. And there's another Togekiss. Just a coincidence. Oh, it's fine. This is great. I'll take it, though. Seriously, this is actually fine. Going for the Surf. Getting getting the shield. I think we don't even need to go for a Moonblast. We just keep hitting Surfs here. As a matter of fact, we should be able to just, yeah, let that Ancient Power go for another Surf, and Cobalion can handle the rest of this. I think I swap and try to farm them down. But as soon as I do, they bring in a Greninja, so I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this matchup here. Greninja is no pushover in this situation, though. We'll be able to spam Hydro Cannon, which is going to be doing it quite a bit. It's going to take about 2 of those, I think, to take out the Cobalion, plus the quick moves, right? All right, now we're going to go ahead and go for the Sacred Sword, because it's funny taking out a Fairy Flyer with the Sacred Sword move, isn't it? Even though we built up to the Stone Edge. Next game, we're met with a Talonflame. It's looking pretty good here. Got some good leads, got some bad leads, got some neutral leads. This is what I like to see here. None of this hard counter every game. I mean, what the actual shit are you supposed to do with that, right? Come on, so stupid. All right, I just start going and I just can't stop, huh? All right, so we're up against a Sylveon here. Okay, no problem. Farming up quite a bit, right? I don't know what's the plan here. I'm gonna let that go. Again, the Steel type on the damn Cobalion makes it just so good. Yeah, Steel is just an OP thing. It's busted. It's busted. It's a busted type, all right? It's not kid ourselves here. Farming me down. Okay, that's all right. We have 2 Pokemon that can handle this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Tapu Finn. You know, Brave Bird. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. And they have a Greninja in the back. Whoa, okay. 2 Pokemon weak to electric. Sounds good to me. Now we're going to shield this up. It is a Night Slash. We still have 2 shields. And we're going to go ahead and throw the Brutal Swing because everything hurts Greninja. And they shield it up anyways. And I need to get away with as much damage as I can on this Greninja here. Getting to the next Brutal Swing. They have no more shields, right? That was it, right? Oh, no, they've got one more. What am I talking about? But this is a wrap. So we'll get to this here unless... Let's see what happens. They're going to have to throw. Yeah, they're going to have to throw. And they're not going to be able to get to no Brave Bird. And we'll just simply get to the Surf and take the win. Let's get it. Thank you very much. And all right. So once I drop like this, I should probably start going into the paid path. All right. So, wow. See, I should definitely start. If I did go pay path, it'll start to screw me over, I bet. I don't know. It makes no sense. Glissopod lead with the Ampharos. Great. Swapping into Umbreon. Great. Here we go. This is literally a no-brainer matchup for me. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Let's see what they can do. All right. Let's see what this person can do. Okay. Keep going for a Dark Pulse here. They're going to hit me with a Psychic. I don't know why they didn't just throw 2 Psychics, but whatever. You know, we're going to come out of this with energy to make sure we get to a Stone Edge going up against Glissopod. And they're going to be completely screwed when it comes down to that because it's super effective and they're going to have to use a shield. Letting that go. They've used no shields at this point here. I'm suspecting that Glissopod, there it is. I don't know if we can make it to another one. They might be able to Shadow Claw me down. Okay, they just let it go. No, we do. Oh my gosh, and I go for freaking... Why? I had it. Wow, what an idiot. Poke you, idiot. Alright, so bringing in the Tapu Finn, and they have a Skeledirge. Yeah, this is... I mean, Skeledirge can still put up a fight, and I vouch for it 100% for the Ultra League. The thing is amazing. But like every Pokemon, it's just going to get walled like a Venusaur to a Crobat. I mean, what are you going to do? And this is what they're doing. They played it their best. GG's, my friend. I mean, it sucks, right? You know, sometimes, though, when I go up against people and they get hit like that when they're battling me, I hope that they're an algorithm denier so they can just look at it and still have to sit there and be delusional in their own, you know, mind while it's in front of their face and they're getting hard countered. There's literally nothing they can do. That's for the deniers only. Anyways, what do we got here? A Haxor is putting in that work, hacking away, but the Ampharos said, nah, that's okay, buddy. I'm going to bring it down really low. So what we're going to do here is just water gun them down. It's not very effective. They're going to be getting to a couple of these breaking swipes too, as a matter of fact, lowering our attack by 2 stages, but that's okay. We have all this energy built up as well as 2 shields. So they swap, bring it in Charizard, and they had a Swampert too. So this is easily doable, especially with the 2 shields and the Tapu Finn. So at this point, this is funny because I was thinking to myself, well, I'm just going to hit them with a Surf. So they're trying to get my shields. They keep going Dragon Claw. I could only imagine the frustration, or they're maybe laughing. It's either like 2 ways, maybe, no, 3 ways. They're either laughing mad or just sitting there looking at the screen neutral. Okay. Which is funny to me. All right, and what do we have here? That Swampert, right? We took that Charizard out with a nice good old Stone Edge to the face. All right, and get into another Sacred Sword. Let's go. All right, bringing that Tapu Fini and go for a little bit of a combo breaker and taking the win. All right, and I think this is going to be, it's not the end here, it's just the end of the set. We have another 4-1. We had a 4-1, 5-0, 4-1, but poke your Elo solo. Okay, yeah. What am I supposed to do when it drops me? Okay, I'm trying to get back up here. Have to pick meta. Glissopod. So you see what's going on here? This is obviously good for me, but let's see what our opponent can do. It's not like all their moves are not very effective. As a matter of fact, they get a freaking shield with Aerial Ace, son of a gun. But guess what? It's time for a little revenge. Like I promised, one-shotting Swampert. Get this shit out of here. Well, I mean, not one shot. Technically, it was Trailblaze plus a quick move, but who cares? All right, we've raised our attack at this point. We're doing so much more, and I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be something weak to electric back there. There's no way. And there is no way. We don't get to see it, unfortunately, but Ampharos absolutely just muscled that team for me. All right, next game. Look at Tapu Fini. This is what happens when they screw you over and your score drops. They start, you know, picking you up a bit. Here you go, baby. Have a little of this. It's okay. A little participation award, a little 51% win rate here for your hard mode account. Yeah. All right. So yes, again, this is great. We went for the Trailblaze, raised our attack, going for the brutal swing here. And they shield that one up as well. Oh, hell yeah. Using both shields. And I think I actually used both as well because I'm curious. I'm like, hold on. What do we got going on here? Greninja could have stayed there, but we're going to go ahead and swap to preserve the Ampharos for just a minute so they don't like farm me down. That would have been a lot of damn energy. Bringing in the Cobalion to handle this son of a gun with one, or, well, yeah, actually one plus the quick moves, right? You cannot let that Greninja get energy or you're over. Watch this. Stone Edge, Cobalion. Let's go, buddy. Are you taking the spotlight? It looks like you are. And making them back out. All right, I would too. Absolutely. Next game. What do we have here? Ampharos into a bullet. Look it. All right. Swapping into Sylveon, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our own fairy, Tapu Fini, or if you prefer the correct way, Tapu Fini. Wherever. So this is good. They let the surf go, so we're already looking great. So I'm gonna let that go and get to the surf. I thought I was gonna lose this matchup, to be honest with you. Well, I still do because they shielded up. Okay, that's a nice strategy, holding on to the swap advantage. It's good, you know, could make you win the game. They got a Venusaur. All right, this is a wrap. Yep, this is over because we have Cobalion. It's going to completely shut down Venusaur, plus the damage that we're doing here. We're going to be able to swap, catch, still hold on to our shield, and see what they're going to want to do here. Oh yeah, that Empoleon's taken super effective for the Cobalion, so this is why I'm saying it's pretty much a wrap here. Going for the Sacred Sword, they let it go. Still holding on to one shield. At this point, it's really there's no point in actually trying to shield or anything. Just take the damage and just go down if that's your game, if you don't like to back out. Exactly. But I do believe they shield up here. Yeah, okay, never mind. They want they want to put up a fight. But there you have it, folks. Ampharos is amazing. Hopefully you found a good one. Thank you for watching and take care.
People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
Champions aren't found on the podium with their hand up. No, champions are found in the lab studies, the thousands of hours of hard work when no one's watching. That's what makes the will unstoppable. When you're in here and no one else is, and you're pushing yourself harder than anybody with no one around. No one sees the struggle in here. No one sees the hardship. The early mornings you get up, no one sees any of that. They just see if your hand's raised or not. And if it is, oh, what a great guy. Oh, I wish I could be that guy. I wish I could be that guy. But they're not clapping, wishing they could be you at 5 in the morning when you get out of bed, when it's pissing rain outside, to come and train for that hand to be raised. They don't want to be that guy. They just want the glory. And that's the differential of a champion. You know, in adversity, guys, is where you find character.
It has everything to do with what time you wake up. It has everything to do with how you eat. It has everything to do with how you work out, how you prepare. It has every single thing to do with how you think. And when you want it as bad as you want to breathe, says, I'm willing to make any sacrifice. I'm willing to go through any pain. I'm willing to go through any suffering. I'm willing to go through whatever it takes. So when I get in there and it's me and him one-on-one, that I guarantee you at the end of it, I won't be the one that surrendered. And if you're going to be the best,